welcome back to my channel. You're watching Advait, the Fourth Empire, and I am back because in the last video, the True Empire was doing it and he did a splendid job and I was happy. But this time, this is my week and he's mentioned it. The True Empire mentioned it in the last video that the fourth week is going to be my week and I'm going to be special in it because you know why? I am the Fourth Empire and fourth week is my week and I will put in full energy, full focus and full clarity in this analysis. And one quick update. I know for the past 2 weeks I'm not able to upload any extra video like match highlights or team analysis or any analysis. But this week I will be able to do that. Comment down below on which teams do you want me to do an analysis on and any players do you want me to do an analysis on. So put it in the comment section down below. So let's see how many matches each team played because week 4 is my favorite week and this week had a lot of action. So RCB and KKR played 2 matches each and there were 6 teams that played 1 match, which were the Chennai Super Kings, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Rajasthan Royals, Mumbai Indians, Delhi Capitals and Kings 11 Punjab. So let's go to the first match. First match of week 4, Dream 11 IPL 2020 was between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Kolkata Knight Riders. An interesting matchup. So this match was in Sharjah and we all know all Sharjah matches are exciting. So RCB started their innings with the bat and their opening partners were very good. Aaron Finch and Devdutt Padikkal, both striking very good. They lost a wicket, but still, opening partnership helped the later on batsmen to put a good score. And that's what they did. Virat Kohli and ABD together. But mainly ABD, the man in the show, the myth, the legend, AB de Villiers, Mr. 360, hitting 6 sixes and 5 fours. His final score was 73 runs in 33 balls, striking over 220 plus. And one fun fact, that one of his 6 caused traffic in Sharjah. That's how explosive he was in a stadium like Sharjah. And RCB put up a good total of 194 runs with a loss of 2 wickets in 20 overs. Now, there's not much to talk about the Kolkata Knight Riders innings because they couldn't perform well with the bat, except for Shubman Gill scoring 34 runs in 24 balls, but that's still not good enough. He could have done a better performance. Anyone in this team could have done a better performance. They were under a lot of pressure because they had to chase a high total, but still, it's Sharjah, they could have done it. So not much to talk about it. I'll talk about the RCB's bowling. Chris Morris and Washington Sundar got 2 wickets each and having a very good economy. Chris Morris only conceding 17 runs and Washington Sundar conceding only 20 runs. So KKR's final score was 112 runs with a loss of 9 wickets in 20 overs. The man of the match was none other than Mr. 360 and AB de Villiers, striking over 220, did an amazing performance and loved the performance. So that's it for this match. RCB won by 82 runs. Match number 2 in this week was between the Chennai Super Kings and the Sunrisers Hyderabad, the Southern Derby. So Chennai Super Kings, 2 fun facts. Sam Curran opened for the first time for CSK in all these matches, in the past 7 matches. This is the first time and this is CSK's first time batting first in this tournament. So let's see how that played for them and you all know that it worked very well for them. So CSK batting first had a very different opening partnership and a very different consistency. Well, I want to give honorable mentions to the batsmen because not a single batsman was able to convert to a higher score because every batsman was able to contribute very well to put up a good total for CSK. So the honorable mentions go to Shane Watson and Ambati Rayudu who had a crucial partnership and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja who finished it off in the end to put up a good total on the board. So CSK's final score was 167 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. So Sunrisers Hyderabad, not like CSK, had a very different innings because there are not those many partnerships, but there's an individual score, a very good performance by cool, no gain, no Kane. Kane Williamson hitting 57 runs in 39 balls, hitting 7 fours, a crucial knock by him to make sure the Sunrisers win this match. But unfortunately that could not help because CSK's bowlers pulled the match back into their hands and CSK finally got the important win which they need. And batting first helped them win. So CSK were able to win the match by 20 runs. So the Sunrisers Hyderabad final score was 147 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. So man of the match was none other than Ravindra Jadeja, striking at 250 because he played 10 balls and scored 25 runs and getting 1 wicket in the 3 overs he bowled. So an amazing all-round performance by Jadeja because he did an amazing job. The third match in this week was between the Delhi Capitals and the Rajasthan Royals. And Delhi Capitals started off their innings with the bat. It was a very good call for the Royals because they got the early wicket of Prithvi Shaw in the first ball for the Golden Duck. But still later on, Shreyas Iyer and Shikhar Dhawan put up a good partnership which was very helpful for Delhi Capitals to put on a good total on the board so they can defend it. Shikhar Dhawan's final score was 57 runs in 33 balls, hitting 6 fours and 2 sixes. The captain, Shreyas Iyer, scoring 53 runs in 43 balls. hitting 3 fours and 2 sixes. A very good partnership between both of them. And thanks to both of them, Delhi's final score was 161 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in 20 overs. Very defendable in a pitch like Dubai. So the Royals had a very good start by Ben Stokes and Joss Butler. But Joss Butler unfortunately lost his wicket to Anrich Nortje. One fun fact, Anrich Nortje bowled the fastest ball in this IPL, in every IPL to be honest, 156 kilometers per hour. What an amazing speed, but that ball went for the 4. The next ball he bowled was 155, which took the wicket of Joss Butler. And ever since then, nobody in the Royals were able to convert and nobody could finish off the match. It was a tight call for the Royals because they could have won, but unfortunately they lost this match. The match was not in their hands. And the final score was 148 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. Man of the match went to none other than Anrich Nortje for bowling the fastest ball, taking 2 crucial wickets. Even though he didn't concede those many runs, he came at the right time to make sure that Royals would not win this match because of his economy towards the end. So that's why Anrich Nortje wins this Man of the Match award. This is my favorite match because it's the 4th match. And Android, the 4th umpire is there, right? So let's see the 4th matchup. The Kings of Punjab and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. This is a very fun match to watch. I'll tell you why. Because Gayle Storm is back, the universe boss. We all love him and we all miss him. No matter whatever team you support, everyone loves Gayle Storm. So let's see how this match played off. So Royal Challengers Bangalore started off with the bat. They didn't do very well in the start with the bat, but towards the end, they did very good. I'm going to give honorable mentions, especially to Virat Kohli, but almost reaching the 50, 2 balls off. But it was a very slow innings because only 3 fours he was able to hit. But towards the end, Chris, not Chris Gayle, not the universe boss, Chris Morris, he was able to pull it off and make sure RCB have a good defendable total in a pitch like Sharjah because you need a high score to defend. Even 171 with the score they put, it was not enough. So that's why Chris Morris towards the end put up a score of 171 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. And Chris Morris striking at 312 because 25 runs in 8 balls. That was an amazing performance. Now let's go to the Kings 11 Punjab's performance. Wow, a lot. One of the best innings so far in this IPL. So KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal had a very explosive start. Unfortunately, Mayank Agarwal lost his wicket and missed out on a 50. But we know who's there back in. Gayle Storm. We all love him. He's finally here. In his first match, he came with the thunder, a blizzard. And my god, he scored 53 runs in 45 balls, hitting 5 sixes. And that's what we all love to see from Gayle, the universe boss. And it's a quite different thing because Gayle always makes a difference into the side. Whenever he comes in, the side tend to win. And that's true. And this time Gayle was able to help with KL Rahul, both of their partnerships working out. In the last over, they were almost about to lose because it was 2 runs to win in 6 balls. And in the end, it became 1 run to win in 1 ball. But Nicholas Pooran, the man from West Indies, finished it off with a 6. And he took the match from RCB when they almost had it. But still, from the start of the innings, we all knew KXFA would win. And this is their second win this season, finally. You know, there's a fun fact. Their first win was against RCB, their second win is against RCB. So man of the match was none other than the captain, KL Rahul, for his brilliant knock of 61 runs in 49 balls, 1 4 and 5 sixes, which helped a lot. And Gayle Storm still there with Gayle Storm. And KL Rahul's partnership with Gayle Storm helped a lot. So that's it for this match. KXIP won by 8 wickets. KXIP final score was 177 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in 20 overs. The last and final match of this week was between the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Mumbai Indians. And this time, Dinesh Karthik gave his captaincy to Eoin Morgan. It was not the coach's decision, it was on the team's decision. It was a self-decision. He wanted to give the captaincy to Eoin Morgan because he knows Eoin Morgan is a World Cup winning captain and he will do better for KKR. And let's see how Eoin Morgan performed in his first match of captaincy against the Mumbai Indians. So KKR did not perform that well, unfortunately, towards the start. But towards the end, they were able to pull off a good total at least, which was defendable on the pitch. Because Eoin Morgan and Pat Cummins together having their partnership, Australia and England, which was very well to see. Eoin Morgan being captain leading from front and Pat Cummins scoring a brilliant half-century, the most expensive player in this year's auction, scoring 53 runs in 36 balls, hitting 5 fours and 2 sixes. And Eoin Morgan hitting 2 sixes and 2 fours, not hitting a half-century but a very helpful score of 39 runs in 29 balls, making sure he's there towards the end. So KKR's final score was 148 runs with the loss of 5 wickets in 20 overs. Now, we all know Mumbai Indians. They can win any match with ease, and that's what they did in this match. They're very good, no matter they bat second or bat first, they can still put it off. Because Quinton de Kock, the South African wicketkeeper, striking at 177, scoring 78 runs in 44 balls, hitting 3 sixes and 9 fours, was able to make sure that Mumbai Indians win this match. And thanks to Hardik Pandya towards the end of the innings, scoring 3 fours and 1 6. So thanks to the batsman Quinton de Kock, Mumbai Indians was able to win, and the final score was 149 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in 16.5 overs. So they finished this match 3.1 overs before the 20 overs. So yeah, the man of the match was none other than Quinton de Kock, the South African wicketkeeper. Amazing total, and this is his third half century in this Dream 11 IPL 2020. So he truly deserves this award. So that's it with this week analysis. So this is the final points table in this week, week 4 of Dream 11 IPL 2020. So on top of the table is Mumbai Indians, playing 8 matches, winning 6, losing 2, getting 12 points. Second is Delhi Capitals, playing 8 matches, winning 6, losing 2, getting 12 points. Third is the Royal Challengers Bangalore, playing 8 matches, winning 5 matches, losing 3 matches, getting 10 points. Fourth is Kolkata Knight Riders, playing 8 matches, winning 4 matches, losing 4 matches, getting 8 points. Fifth is the Sunrisers Hyderabad, playing 8 matches, winning 3 matches, losing 5 matches and getting 6 points. Sixth is the Chennai Super Kings, playing 8 matches, winning 3 matches, losing 5 matches, getting 6 points. Seventh is Rajasthan Royals, playing 8 matches, winning 3 matches, losing 5 matches, and getting 6 points. Last but not least is the Kings 11 Punjab, playing 8 matches, winning 2 matches, losing 6 matches, and 4 points. So that's it for week 4 of Dream 11 IPL 2020, and I love this week because it's the 4th week. And I am proud of this week myself because I'm the 4th umpire in the end. So that's it for this video. It means a lot to me if you hit the subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell icon. One small question to all of you. Put in the comment section down below if you like the true umpire better or the 4th umpire better. Please vote for me, this is my channel. And please like this video, share this video with all your friends. My Instagram link will be in the description down below. So thank you guys for watching this video once again. It's me, Advait, the 4th umpire, signing off.